everyone, so my best friend Jenny is back in to redo her gel manicure, and she was heading off to Japan for a trip, so I thought I'd do a set inspired by Japanese nail art. So here I'm just removing her stones and her past set by filing them down. So this is a gel manicure. You can soak off this product or file it down. I just choose to file it down because it's quicker. And then I'm going to prep her nails and let's get started. So she broke her natural nail off on her thumb, but her other nails were quite long. So here I thought I would use this opportunity to show you guys that you can actually sculpt using luminary. So I'm just applying a little pink form on her thumb and cutting it to make it fit nice and snug underneath her natural nail. And then I'm going to come in with Luminary Nail Systems Presence. So this is the white gel. And I thought it looks more like a natural nail, so that's why I decided to use that. And then I can see exactly where I'm placing it on the form instead of using clear. So I'm just coming in with a gel brush and I'm just sculpting a tiny little extension. So just going to want to make sure you get it nice and snug up into that sidewall. Then I wipe off my brush and then straighten out the wet gel before curing it. And then I apply a little bit more along where her natural nail is, just so when I take my form off, it doesn't just like fall off with the form. So it's actually attached to her natural nail. So I give that a cure and then she comes out of the lamp. I remove the form, cleanse the nail, and I file it into shape before application. See, and now it looks just like a natural nail, wiping off the dust. So you could use a tip instead if you prefer, but I wanted to sculpt just to show you guys. So now I'm coming in with some primer. So now I'm using the Commit from Luminary Nail Systems. You can get Luminary Nail Systems on my site, The Nail Throne, and I will link that in my description box. So after applying the primer, I like to push the skin back again just to get a closer application. And the color I'm going to come in with first is the color Faith. And this is just a really pretty, soft, peachy color. And I'm just applying this on the natural nail as just kind of a base color. It's not really going to matter. I am applying a jelly on top, but I just thought it was a really pretty color. So I wanted to apply one thin layer of this as the base. And at this point, I apply all 5 of the nails, then cure it, then do the other hand. And then when you build up the nails, you're going to do one at a time. But I like to do all 5 at once because this is just a super thin layer, so it's not really going to go anywhere. So after I cure my base layer, here's how the nails look. So some of the trends I saw were to add these pretty angel paper into the nails. So that's what I'm doing here. I just cut up some angel paper really thin and I'm just trying to place it onto that tacky layer. I was actually struggling quite a bit here. You can see that it won't stick very well. So then I did come in with the Clarity base. This is just the clear gel from Luminary. And I just applied a little bit of that down and then pushed the angel paper into that. And then it seemed to stick to the nail easier. So I didn't cure each nail. I'm just doing the full one hand first, then I'm going to cure it. Went ahead and cured the angel paper down, and now I'm coming in with Glitter Heaven Australia's clear hollow glitter, and I'm just picking up a little bit of that on my finger with the glove, and I'm just rubbing that at the very tip, and I'm just kind of rubbing it in, and it'll give kind of a cool hollow glitter look to it. So to build up my color for this manicure, I am going to create my own jelly. So here I'm using Clarity, and then I'm pouring it into one of my empty pink jars, and then I'm going to come in with some pigments from Magpie Beauty. So I did want to create kind of a coral looking jelly, so I just used the coral one first, and I'm coming in with this yellow called Izzy. I wanted this to kind of have like a yellowy orange look to it. And then I was happy with that, but I thought I needed to add a little bit of the pink, so I'm adding some Joy. And then I'm giving that a really good stir, and you're going to want to let this sit. So I did this before Jenny came, and I let it sit because it did have some air bubbles in it, and I wanted those air bubbles to kind of settle. And they did, which is perfect. So now I'm coming in and I'm pushing back the skin on that pinky first, and then I'm coming in with my custom made jelly as a slip layer. And then I scooped up a dollop of that jelly with another Clarity brush, and I'm just going over the nail and building up that color a little bit. And then you'll be able to see the art underneath through because it's a jelly. So then I applied this on the nail, and then I had her flip her hand upside down to try to even it out a little bit, make sure that it's not spilling out the sides or anything. And you guys can kind of see me here moving that around with my brush. So I cure one finger at a time, and then I move on and repeat the process. On this nail, I wanted to show you guys what happens when you apply too much product and how to fix it. So I applied too much when building up this nail, and you can see it here starting to slide into her sidewalls. So to prevent it from flooding her skin, I flip her hand upside down, which will make the product pool directly into the center of the nail, and while her hand's upside down, I use my brush to remove the excess product. So jumping a bit ahead here, all the nails have been applied and I removed the sticky layer, and now I'm going to shape the nails. With luminary nail systems, you can apply the product and go right in with design or top coat without having to finish file, but because of my middle finger application, I decided I needed to do some reshaping. So here I'm just using a 100 to 180 grit hand file to go over the nails to make them even. I use this to straighten the sidewalls and to file the free edge into a more natural shape. So here's how the thumb I sculpted at the beginning looks now, and I think it turned out really natural. And now I'm going to be doing some embellishments and creating my own little gem, as I've seen that done lots in the Japanese nail trends. To apply and secure these embellishments, I'm using my ugly duckling Schtik, and these gold embellishments are from Bemi Beauty Box. I applied them and then cured them. And then for the stone, I'm using this random circle ring from one of those embellishment wheels you can get cheap on eBay. Once that was down and in place, I gave that a cure, and now I'm coming in with some clarity again to apply a small layer, and this will be sticky for these shells. So these shells I got from the Pink Chair Salon, and I smashed them up super small, and now I'm just layering them over top of that clarity. So I gave that a full cure before coming in to build up the stone. So now I'm using more clarity, placing it over top of those shells and kind of swirling it, and then I flip her hand upside down to level the stone, and then I quickly gave that a full cure. So now we can top coat all these nails. So now I'm coming in with the Luminary Nail Systems top coat, which is called Empower, and I'm just applying this over top of all the nails. And then on the stone nail, I'm applying it on top of the jelly nail and over top of the stone, and you can get it on top of these embellishments as well. It'll help them last a little longer and keep their color. So you'll want to give the top coat a full cure. And here is the side view of the stone I made. So these lasted a full 3 weeks and looked great when she came back in. She said she definitely saw a lot of jelly nails in Japan, and everyone had super nicely manicured nails. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and all the tips and tricks I included, and if you want to check out Luminary Nail Systems, we do have starter kits and pro diamond kits to get you guys started, and I'll link everything down below in my description box. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!